We begin at noon with the remembrance and honoring the life of a Marysville police officer who was killed in the line of duty. The celebration of life for Officer Osmar Rodarte just wrapped up. Community members and law enforcement gathered from across the state to remember his life. Live Copter 3 was flying over the ceremony and procession. This happened at the Hard Rock Live in Wheatland. Rodarte will be laid to rest in a private gathering. Thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Lisa Gonzalez, and we are remembering Officer Rodarte. He was shot and killed while helping to serve a search warrant last month and help put a stop to the drug problem we have in this country. He was the first Marysville police officer killed in the line of duty in more than a century. We're bringing you team coverage right now, recapping today's celebration of life. KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz has more on what his friends are saying. But first, let's head over to KCRA 3's Mike Tassell, who's been in Wheatland all morning and has reaction from the community. Mike.
Yeah, and we are at the driveway where the procession just making its way out towards the freeway off in the distance. You can see, the flashing lights, but if you look off to the left, you'll also see the members of the community who have come to be a part of this salute and this honor to those who just wanted to show their support as we continue to pan. It's one thing to talk about all the officers from as far away as San Francisco, San Mateo, Vacaville to the west, and Truckee to the east, but San Joaquin County, Sacramento, Placer County, Nevada County, all, outside of the area of Yuba Sutter County and Marysville. It's one thing to talk about them. It's another to talk about all those members from the community who didn't know anything about this officer, never met him, never knew him. They just wanted to show their support. And among those was a group known as the Iron Warriors motorcycle group. That for them, this is something that was personal to each of them in their own way. Listen to them.
We're here to pay our respects, and most of us have lost fellow firefighters or law enforcement officers as well. So. As
someone who's been there and experienced it, how big of a difference does it make to see this kind of support?
Oh, all the difference. Unfortunately, I've been in the vehicles that just passed by here, and just to see the folks come out, not just the law enforcement and firefighter folks in uniform, but folks like us and citizens like us, it means the world.
And again, back out here live, that vehicle just passing us where we are and lining the streets off to the left. Members of the community just coming to be here. And I want to point it out again because I've noticed it all morning long. There's one gentleman holding a blue line flag. Tried speaking with him this morning, said he was here because his brother was in law enforcement. But beyond that, just wanted to be here to show his support. And for the last 2+ hours has been standing solidarity by himself with that flag, just as a way to show visible support for this fallen officer and for this community, this law enforcement community, having to deal with losing one of their own. Live at Hard Rock Live in Wheatland, Mike Tassell, KCRA 3 News.
Lives, Mike, thank you so much, because he was not only an officer, he was also a military veteran and served in the U.S. Army for 2 years. These are live pictures right now from Live Copter 3, and you can see just over the scene where Mike Tassell is there on the ground. We want to show you what it looks like from above. You can see all of the motor officers on their motorcycles there getting ready to lead Officer Rodarte's body to the cemetery where he will be laid to rest one final time. So many people coming together to remember him and to honor the service that he made to this country that was not his native country. He moved here to the U.S. from Mexico and served not only in the military, but chose to be a police officer in a very special community and was a part of a larger task force that was operating to try to bring down a transnational drug trafficking operation. It was a huge investigation that had been going on, and he was just operating and serving one of the search warrants of 20 that were being served that day to take a ton of drugs off the streets and try and make our community safer. These live pictures right now coming from Live Copter 3, and you can see they have not started that final trip to the cemetery yet, but we will be watching that for you as that begins. Now, in the meantime, we also know that today's ceremony brought together Rodarte's family and friends, and KCRA3's Maricela de la Cruz continues our team coverage here in studio with how the community and the law enforcement agencies have all come together. Maricela.
Yeah, the celebration of Live took place at Hard Rock Live in Wheatland, which can hold about 2,500 people, and it was filled with members from the law enforcement community and direct family members. A short-lived and powerful life. That's how Officer Osmar Rodarte's life was described after making the ultimate sacrifice. For the past couple of weeks, the community, law enforcement agencies, the Marysville Police Department, and the 27-year-old's family have been grieving the loss of their loved one. Today's celebration of Live included a prayer and speeches by fellow public servants, as well as Rodarte's best friend. All of them talking about the kind of soul that Rodarte was, his presence, the passion that he put into his career, and how loving and family-oriented he was. Rodarte served as a police officer for the Marysville Police Department just over 2 years, and he will always be remembered as a hero.
Osmar, it was an honor to watch your life unfold and to see your dreams come true the way you always said that they would. It was an honor to know that you were always there for me in all the ways that mattered, standing by my side when I felt alone and believing in me, and for loving me through it all. Above all, it was an honor to call you my friend and my brother. In the end, Osmar would want us to pick up the pieces of our hearts, smile, and carry on. He would want us to continue this amazing party that we call life. And above all, he would want his love for his mother, Rosa, his father, Efren, his sister, Andrea, his wife, Monica, and his two beautiful boys, Lorenzo and Antonio, to be known.
And a procession will be following the celebration of Live for a private gathering at the cemetery. Now, Officer Rodarte's burial is set to take place this afternoon.
All right, Maricela, thank you so much. And again, we had Live Copter 3 over what is set to be that procession to go to that final burial place. And we can take those pictures live again now, and you can see it has begun. And a very slow procession as they make their way to the cemetery and to lay him to rest. This fallen officer, Osmar Rodarte, who gave his life serving this country, even though he was born in Jalisco, Guadalajara, Mexico, moved here and served our military and then served as a police officer, leaving behind his wife and children. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone in this community who are mourning this loss.